Hello fantastic creatures! Have you ever created a color theme so specific that you were stuck with the same colors inside your build because the windows, as you can see here, are a very vibrant green on the outside, which means that you have to have a very vibrant green color scheme on the inside? Well, this little trick that I'm about to show you can give you unlimited freedom to decorate your interiors any color scheme you like, regardless of how crazy the colors of your build are. And it's possible to do it with or without tool mod. I will show you both methods and it's quite quick. Okay, so we've got our green window because most of the windows in Sims 4 have the same color on the inside as they do on the outside. So we will want to move this bed and this rug out of the way because we need room to click on the floor. Okay, so you're going to want to duplicate your window, so just shift click to make another one and put it in the exact same location, and then pull up the tool menu, shift T, and we're going to select one of them and then find like one tile away from the window, and holding down the Alt key, use the grid lines to guide you. This is the perfect center of the window. We want to keep it centered, which is why it's easier to do it in build mode than in live mode. You can do it in live mode though. And you're going to hold down the Alt key and then just click on the floor until you pull that window out, and you will need to pull it out just a little bit further. I'm thinking about right there is probably good. So it's got a bit of a rim. You might see a bit of that dark coloring, but that's fine. And then we're going to rescale it. So scale, and we're going to make it 0.99. We just want it slightly smaller than the original, and then click on it again to stop it from being highlighted. Exit out of tool menu by shift T. We're going to change the color of this one to beige to match my interior. Okay, now I am seeing a tiny bit of green poking through here, so I am going to elevate it. So just click the elevate, and we only need to try and elevate it by a fraction, so 0.005 will probably do the trick. It's just a tiny amount. Let's see if that's good. And that's probably as good as we're going to get it. If we elevate it any higher, I'm thinking you're going to be able to see the beige through this part. Oh, you can already kind of see the beige, so, but I don't think it's enough for it to be a problem. And then you just click your window, and now you have more control over the color schemes that you can do for the interior. Now, there is a tiny little lip of the green around the edge, but it's dark enough in the shadow of the window that I don't really think it's that big a deal. And at least it kind of actually gives it like a reshade look to it. I'm not using reshade at the moment, but it kind of does give it like that reshade shadowy edge to it. But it's a lot better than, look, if we were stuck with the green, it just wouldn't look as good. You'd have to tie in that particular green into the color scheme. But at least with it looking mostly beige, you don't really notice the green that much, and it really gives you more option of what you can do inside. And I did the exact same thing with these windows, and these windows actually worked a bit better. As you can see, they are green on the outside but beige on the inside. And I think for these ones I might have actually made the size 1.01 instead of 0.99. Let me just double check. Shift T, let's click on it, scale, and let's do 0.99 to see. Yes, so to hide the green lip, this one actually worked to make it 0.01 bigger. So we're going to scale again to 1.01, so it's just slightly bigger, and it hides the green perfectly. So some styles will work better to add a 0.01, and other styles will work better to decrease it by making it 0.99, if that makes sense. Now let's try it without tool mod. I'm going to be in an empty room, and in order to do this, of course, the windows snap onto a wall, and we're going to have to pull it out slightly. So you are going to have to delete the wall, which can be inconvenient if you've already got trims and everything put on the outside, because you're going to have to redo those things. But once you've got your window exactly where you want it, then delete the wall. And of course the roof is going to poke through because I have just deleted the wall and I have a rounded, well, it's not a round roof, it's an octagonal roof, but anyway. And you're going to duplicate, so shift click and hold that, and you're going to pull it away slightly and elevate it up to where you want it to go. And of course this color, we want it to be beige. You are going to get flickering, so you're going to need to be careful. You're going to probably need to put it closer to the wall and then rebuild that wall that will cut through it like so. And there is a bit of flickering around the edge. It is hard to notice, like you have to be real up close. And if you're covering it with some curtains, you're not going to get as bad flickering, but oh, I can see flickering inside the frame, which some people that doesn't bother them. I really don't like flickering. So let's try this again, and this time let's pull it out a bit more. So let's try, it might have to actually come out quite a bit, so let's try there and elevate it where we want it, just so that there's not much flickering. Okay, perfect. And then rebuild that wall. Awesome. And there's a lot less flickering. You can still kind of see some of that coloring, but again, once you cover it with curtains, let's see, let's get some curtains. I'll just get these ones, especially these kind of curtains. It kind of hides everything, not so much the sides, so that might be a bit tricky. But like, okay, let's see. You can always use like a shelf on top to kind of hide that trim, and I'm just using the Alt key to do like custom placement, and you want it to be slightly lower because it will cause flickering. And put one on the other side. Is it perfect? No, and you can probably find a better object to hide it if you spend more time looking. I'm just trying to do something real quick, and there you go. Obviously, I should have pulled this out a bit more, but it's fine. For the purpose of this video, it's fine. And that at least will give you some more options with being able to have the color you want on the outside of your build and a different color on the inside. And this kind of method, both with the tool and without the tool mod, should work for most styles of windows. The only exception is probably the 3D windows. Let's try it out with that. For that one, you're definitely going to be needing tool mod because it's going to cause flickering with the 3D windows. Like, I'm talking about these from like Get Famous and Discover University. So let's delete this window. Okay, and let's pick this 3D one. Let's just put it in white so we can get a better sense of what it looks like. And let's say we put this one like that, and we want it to be white on the outside, but let's say our interior has a lot of brown wood and we don't like the clash of the white wood with the brown, and we want a brown version. Let's pull up the grid again and shift click to duplicate. We're just going to layer that right on top of it. And for this one, we're definitely going to need to make it smaller rather than bigger. So pull up the tool menu, shift T, click on one of the windows, and then find the center on the grid and click on it to pull it inside. We're going to have to pull it in a bit of a ways. That might actually be good right there. We've just pulled it in, as you can see, by this thickness, and let's scale it to 0.99. Okay, and we're going to want to elevate it by 0.005. We might need a bit more than that. Yep, elevate 0.005. So we should have just done 0.01, and then shift T to exit out of the tool menu. Then let's change the color to a brown, and then let's see what it looks like on the outside. Yeah, we've still got the nice white version on the outside, but then we have got the brown version on the inside. Again, there is a little bit of a lip, but with some fiddling with some objects, you can hide that. But at least this gives you the option of creating whatever kind of color scheme you want on the inside and a completely different color scheme on the outside. I hope this little trick was helpful for you. This should work perfectly with the new game pack, the Dream Home Decorator game pack, where we'll be doing a lot of interior decorating, and it should help you in that endeavor. I will be doing a pack review, build by object review, gameplay review in upcoming videos. So until then, I love you guys so freaking much.